We keep healing as we keep being healers. In being the gift of healing for someone's brokenness, we receive a gift of healing for our own brokenness. We could listen for the pain in the world today and pour love into it. Listen for the ache today and give your heart today, because the broken of the world need His touch. This might be a step toward the healing we are all desperately needing. Maybe God's purposes come not so much through power, but through the compassion of God's people. This compassion that literally means co-suffering. Co-suffering with the suffering is how Jesus chose to literally transform the suffering. What if we listened well to each other's broken hearts, to each other's suffering? What if we could be compassionate with each other, co-suffer with each other, so that we could be part of the healing of each other? Our call is to be compassionate, to be a community, a communion of broken bread and poured out wine, to live cruciform, formed like a cross. Our call is to take the form of reaching hands, open ears, listening hearts, because our God is with us, and we're called into communion with Him and with each other. Because our compassionate God is all-powerful, and we cannot help but be compassionate with each other, because this is the way of the most powerful. If you lean in close, you can hear it. The faint heartbeat of a strong hope, of people coming together to give grace to each other, to be the gift to each other, through the brokenness of everything being remembered, everything being put back together. So here's to being the gift, to listening to others and seeing the opportunities to be God's gifts every day of the year. Here's to the Thanksgiving that becomes thanks living in our everyday lives. Here's to the beginning of a new journey, of chronicling the way to truly living in communion and opening ourselves up in every season to givenness. Because of our brokenness, because of our living like the bread of communion, broken and given, a gift into an abundant communion. May this be to you a starting place to finally discover what it means to be a gift, to give it forward today, and find the truly abundant life. All is grace. All is a gift. Ann Voskamp, from A Grateful Evening on the Farm. We lost the day in love. You can be glued to a screen or glued to your schedule or glued to your stuff, and maybe that's just a bit of lost living. You can be a slave to getting ahead, a slave to the clock, a slave to convenience, a slave to some ill-advised American dream, and maybe that's a lot of lost living. Maybe even in a bit of brokenness, grace moves in you to get up and give to people you love and people you're learning to love, to go to the park and laugh with your kids or any kids, to give an elderly woman a hand and a listening ear and the gift of presence. That's large living. The greatest living always happens through the givenness. I don't even know who has the audacious idea to go up to the dollar store and leave dollars up and down every aisle, but our kids watch unsuspecting kids wander in. Smiles break up every aisle. And maybe a bit of the world's brokenness breaks by this good brokenness. This boy in a ball cap stops at the counter and picks up a lollipop we've taped a note to. Here's $1. Pick any color. We're giving it forward today. Hashtag be the gift. His face explodes in this smile, and bits of joy lodge in the brokenness of me, and I feel a bit remade. Smiling at anyone is to awe at the face of God. And the beauty of the world is Christ's tender smile coming to us through matter. Simone Weil. There's a clerk grinning at the till. The guy stocking shelves is chuckling. There are people giving it forward today, and don't think that every gift of grace, every act of kindness isn't a quake in a heart that moves another heart to give, that moves another heart to give.